Talk about today. Hello, happy Monday. Sorry about that. Technical difficulty again. Little Mermaid controversy with some of their casting issues. Why does this movie need to be made? We're going to talk about Cobra Kai season 5. Um, Season 5, Cobra Kai review. And we're also going to talk about House of the Dragons episode 4 of season 1, what we think about this show, and why it's surprisingly good. So anyway, just wanted to go ahead and give a quick update. Still waiting on some artwork to come through from my channel, so that's why I don't have a dedicated intro like I had before for my live streams. Also, I going to go ahead and redo some things on the channel. I added a Facebook fan page. So for those who want to follow me there, I am also, these videos do get uploaded to Rumble as well. So check out Rumble. Within 24 hours, my videos are uploaded there. So if you want to subscribe to that channel there, once we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, we will be doing live streams also on Rumble. But so I got Twitter doing live streams, I got YouTube doing a live stream, and I also have Facebook now doing live stream. So follow my Facebook page at Cannoli Sasquatch, and you can follow me there. So just wanted to go ahead and get into the main story today. My first story today, I should say, is that they are making a remake of the Little Mermaid movie. So those of you who know the Little Mermaid animated movie is a classic, of course, probably one of the most popular ones that was ever created. Probably my wife's favorite Disney animated film in general. Very popular for little girls. I like the movie. I mean, I was obviously young when it came out, but everybody knows it's a classic. So, of course, with Disney and their live action remakes of movies, Lion King and so on, there's been a lot of talk. There was a lot of rumors that they would redo a Little Mermaid movie. So, if I'm not mistaken, if I could look this up real quick, I'm going to look up real quick here just the original release date for the Little Mermaid, the animated movie, not the actual movie that's coming out. That's the live action movie coming out in May. I want to say it was 1989. Let's see here. Okay, November 13, 1989. So May 23rd, 2023 is going to be the new one. So of course, Disney being Disney made a very interesting casting choice. They casted Hailey Bailey. Is it Hailey Bailey? Hailey Bailey as Little Mermaid. Again, trailer came out over the weekend for Disney's D23 show where they show all the new Marvel stuff and all their new properties coming out with new movies and TV shows. So naturally, they did what Disney normally does. So they went the route of the diversity hire. I'm not blaming the actress at all. She actually has a good voice. She sounds talented. Nothing wrong with the actual actress. She's just taking a job that she was offered, of course. I think I remember in an interview, she said that she liked The Little Mermaid and it's a blessing for her. Fine. I don't think that's the problem. The problem, and I'm going to share this, is the casting choice and why they're choosing to make this casting choice. So if you see here, is Hailey Bailey. So at Discussing Film had a story about this on their website and Twitter page, and the quote from that you read here is Hailey Bailey looks exactly like Ariel. This is not a joke. This is not a parody. This is a real tweet from a real news source. This is their opinion or opinions based off of what people think of the actual new character playing Ariel. Complete with red locks in The Little Mermaid. Incredible singing, and the film already seems very close to the animated version. See more. Okay, so I'm not going to go ahead and... I'm not crazy, am I? Everything, take all the bullshit aside. Do these characters look close together at all? Little Mermaid was based off a Dutch... It's a Dutch cartoon or Dutch fantasy. So, of course, the woman was described, Ariel was always described as light skin. Yes, I am seeing the comments. Should be seeing the comments. Fair skin, red hair. And then instead, this is what Disney puts in. So again, I'm not blaming the actress. Not blaming the actress at all. Amy Adams. Amy Adams probably, when she was a little younger, maybe could have played that Monkey Business. Thank you. See, Diana's in the chat. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Monkey Business. Thank the wife for being in there. Yes, comments are coming through, and everybody's still watching the end of the Met game. I have it on off to the side. Unfortunately, they're losing again, which is unbelievable how they can't beat these bad teams. But waiting for Greg. Where's Greg? Somebody get Greg and let Greg know that the stream is live. There's probably a few other people watching in the chat. But yeah, I'm glad you're all showing up. I know after the Met game, I'll probably get a little bit of an influx of more people, which I understand. I do these shows a little late and while the games are still going on. So again, the problem isn't so much, I don't know any young actress. Yeah, I understand. I mean, the problem is that it's not the actual actress I have the problem with necessarily, because she's just a tool for Disney. And I don't mean like a tool in the bad sense. I mean, she's a mouthpiece for Disney. She's going to do what Disney tells her to do. This is her big break. Disney's a big, powerful corporation, big company. They're going to tell these people what to say and what to do and how to act. So, yeah, Greg's beeper. Yeah, somebody get Greg. Tell him his beeper on his stove he needs to get onto the channel. So anyway, this is very interesting to me. So how do you think people reacted to this? Well, naturally, the natural reaction was people were not happy about it. Most people are like, leave it alone. So you go here to the YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel of Disney with where the trailer debuted. This is Disney's official page. 419,000 likes to 1.3 million dislikes. 1.3 million dislikes in 3 days. That's pretty wild, right? We got 4 million subscribers to the Disney Studios YouTube page here. 1.3 million dislikes for this trailer. So naturally, and you go through the comments. Some of the comments are gold. The part where Ariel lights up cigar, sips her sparkling water, and asks Ursula, "What color is your Bugatti?" This is some of these comments. This is what we saw with the Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings show, where the comments were just satire, just making fun of other movies. And then, I mean, these comments are brutal. The part where Ariel puts the doppelganger in Ursula's mouth and says, "You want to know how I got these scars?" I mean, look at some of these comments. I love the part where Ariel says, "Luke, I am your father." It gave me chills. This is comedy gold. I know who you're talking about, Monkey Business. God. Emma Watson. Yeah, maybe. I think she was already in a Disney movie, though. She did the Beauty and the Beast, which I didn't really catch her. I didn't really like her as the beauty part. Not that she's bad looking. It didn't fit for me. But this is where Disney's going. So of course you got the diversity hire with Disney, and this is not unlike anything for Disney recently. We know where they're going, where She-Hulk and all this crap that they have been putting out recently. But these comments are not kind, and to get this many downvotes already, I thought when the Lord of the Rings of Power show came out on Amazon Prime, that was bad as far as dislike ratios and the amount of hate that it was getting. And not based off anything we had seen, because if the show was actually done well, then people wouldn't care. Hey, I'm going to give a prime example. The House of Dragon Game of Thrones show, people were not happy about it coming out. A lot of Game of Thrones fans were left with a bad taste in their mouth from the original series, season 8 being the worst TV ending of a show I've ever seen. But to everybody's surprise, House of the Dragon's been good so far. The problem wasn't with the House of Dragons show. Initially, it was the reputation of how Game of Thrones ended. And then what the actors for the House of Dragons show were saying, how it was about the patriarchy and how women should rule. And it's been the exact opposite of that, actually. There are parts of some of that in the show, but the writers are doing, we'll talk about that episode later in that show in general, but the writers are, for some reason, after each show, they have these interviews with the writers and creators. And they're just like, the writers and creators go on these spouts about how it's, about this and that, all this woke shit. But the show contradicts everything that they're saying that they're writing the episode about. But so far, it's been good. This is the problem I'm having with the Ariel thing, just like Lord of the Rings. Everybody's saying Lord of the Rings, the cast is black elves and Spanish elves, and it's a racism. That's all they're crying is hardcore racism, and you're racist, and white supremacy, and this is a problem. And it's like, no. The problem is not with your Lord of the Rings show. It's that the show sucks. The show is terrible. It's written poorly. It's boring. And we don't have a problem with different actors or actresses of color playing roles in these things. And yes, you shouldn't change the lore. You shouldn't change what was originally written initially. But if you have a good show and good writing, good storytelling, and it's compelling and it brings people in, they'll say to hell with it. And that's what happened with House of the Dragon for the Game of Thrones show. They race swapped people, and people were not happy about it because they wanted it based off the book information, like the lore of the book. The storytelling from the book was one way, and you had to maneuver another way. But you know what's funny? The funny thing is, people don't even have problems with the black characters in the House of Dragon show, House of the Dragon. They don't. You know why? Because the guy's actually a good actor, and the show is not bad. I don't hear any hate for that show, and it has black characters. But the Lord of the Rings, everybody's racist. I mean, and this is where this is going with the Ariel thing. What it's been driving me absolutely crazy lately is this narrative that anybody who criticizes anything that's changed before them, or you know, the original story was about a Dutch female. Now you're adding a black female as the main character, not because, and this is what pisses me off about Disney, not because they actually want to do it for the only specific reason they want to do it is because they want to look like the good guys and they want a virtue signal. All the bullshit talking points that you hear all the time that everybody else talks about online. And yeah, Jamie's right in the comments. They're making Snow White as an Hispanic woman, as Snow White. And she's fairly dark skin, you know, pretty girl. Again, I don't have a problem with the actual actresses or actors taking these roles. They're taking parts. The problem I have is that when they get in there, the companies that are running these shows and producing these shows are telling them what to say. It's like a script. You see it through every Obi-Wan Kenobi show on Star Wars on Disney Plus. Same thing. Same script. You're all racist. You're not a fan. You're not a true Star Wars fan. You're no Star Wars fan if you don't think people of color or this and that should be in. It's not what people are talking about. You're taking a classic story and changing it for what reason? I want to know. Oh, so I could be represented. People who look like me can be represented on that screen. That's not how it works. I'm sorry. We've talked about this before. I don't have to be represented in everything. Nobody who looked like me was represented in Little Mermaid, the original, or Lord of the Rings. I don't care. It's a fantasy, but it's based off lore. Do not change the source material. It's a reason why I got pissed off at the Witcher show on Netflix. And Whiskey Banger, who's a massive Witcher fan from the video game, they deviated so much. Yeah, what if they took the Princess and the Frog and changed it to a white woman from California? Well, then that would be cultural appropriation. It'll be It'll be racism. And again, that's not what anybody's asking about. And this is where I want to give a shout out to Ryan Kinnell from RK Outpost on YouTube yesterday. He had a great point. If we're all racist and the world is so full of racist, then why, if you look at Black Panther and their ratio, the ratio for Black Panther, the trailers when they came out, much more likes than dislikes by a big margin. And the movie did made a lot of money and people liked it. I didn't like it. I thought it was overrated, not because of any racial reason. I just didn't think the movie was great. But okay, people liked it. Great. Ratio was much higher the good way instead of the bad way. But we're all racist. People love the House of the Dragon show. Black characters, but we're all racist. Hey, Greg. Greg finally showed up. How you doing, buddy? It just drives me absolutely insane with this narrative. And it pisses me off when you see this stuff about toxic fandom and all these communities. Forbes just had an article. Forbes had an article about toxic fandom and how everybody's racist. And if you don't agree, first of all, Forbes, you're a dying breed. Access media is dead. This is the new medium. YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, wherever else you get your content from, that's live content where millions of people can get on. This is where content lives. We are the kings now. Well, not me. I don't have enough subscribers yet. People like Nerdrotic, Geeks and Gamers, Critical Drinker, all these people are the new kings. You saw it during the Johnny Depp trial. People were outmaneuvering the access media with information, super chats on YouTube, getting hundreds and hundreds of millions of views a week, a month, and then the access media had a nervous breakdown. Oh, I don't understand. I went to college. I went to school and got 4 years of journalism. And why is somebody making $100,000 or whatever over how many month period because they're covering something? Don't be mad. Adapt and overcome, as Whiskey Banger would say. Adapt and overcome. Stop whining like a little baby and realize your time is done. Access media is finished. It's over. You're done. Game over. Game over. This is my message to access media, the main media, main news channels. This is my message to you. It's over. Everybody knows it. Now you might have, yes, a generation of people who still watch the news. I get it. My parents still do it. I know people who do it. I even occasionally will have it on. Most of the time when my wife's getting ready for work in the morning, she'll have it on in the background as noise. I come down and I get frustrated. You can ask her. I get frustrated. I'm like, why are you watching this? You know what? Fine. You can watch it. You want to get information about what's going on locally. To me, it's no different than going on my phone and literally within minutes. I get everything. The weather, sports scores, everything. The media is dead. News is dead. People who cover these types of things, it's dead. The people on YouTube, on all these other platforms, media is different. Digital media is different now, and we've taken over, and they've taken over. But the problem, another problem is that everybody's racist who doesn't like a black person playing in a white character's role. No, that's not true. Let me ask you a question. If they took The Godfather and turned it into an Asian man or a Hispanic man or a black man as Michael Corleone, would we have a right to be upset about that? Or would we be called racist? Because you don't have the balls to do that. No. I don't see Hollywood doing recasting that role. Why? Were they afraid to? Maybe. It just drives me crazy. It's just there's a big double standard there, but criticism is not racism. I don't have to fucking like it, and if I don't like it, I'm not a racist. I'm not a misogynist. I don't hate women. Your movie's going to be shit. Okay, so even if the movie's done well and it's good, people will give it credit. The 1.3 million dislikes you see here are for why are you changing this the main character? Why? There's no reason. And the problem is you're going to see, but here's what's going to happen. First, the trailer comes out. Then the wave of negativity comes out. Then the actors and actresses within a given time, mark my words, I want you to mark this down very, very soon, are going to come out. The creator of the movie, Disney themselves, the actress is going to say she's gotten death threats and racial epithets. I think that's how you say the word. All over social media. She's going to be talking about how people have been mean to her and angry and ugly about her race and racial this and race that. This is how it's going to go. Then the writer, director, producers are going to come out and say, hey, no, you're all racist. You're no fans of The Little Mermaid. You're not true Disney fan. This is how the playbook's going to go. This comes out in May, and you're going to see in the next few weeks and then the months as it gets closer and closer and closer, the media, you're going to see a big push by the media for this movie to promote it. Just like Lord of the Rings of Power show on Amazon, people did the same thing. They had a shitty teaser trailer that people disliked. I think that thing's way over 1.3 million dislikes. And then the show came out. As it got closer, though, you saw the advertising of the show by the press junkets and all that by the actors. All you heard was black this, and we're the first black elf, and I'm the first female black dwarf, and we're the first Spanish person. You're all racist, 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 racist. No. If your show was good, people would watch the show. Your show is not good. I watched the first 2 episodes of that show. Absolute trash. It was boring. It made no sense. The character development is terrible. You have no idea what time period they're in because they don't explain anything. The main character is miserable. She's a bitch. Let's put it that way. She's bitchy. She's annoying. There's nothing fun about her. There's nothing heroic about her. They changed her character completely. The show stinks. House of Dragon, which I thought was going to suck, has actually been good. Character development. Pretty good writing. Awesome acting. The set pieces look good. The armor looks good. Everything on Amazon Prime show, the Lord of the Rings show, looks cheap. It's just, there's some decent CGI. Fine. The show in general sucks. Yeah, I agree, Monkey Business. Yeah. Yeah, it's not even about, what I like to do on my personal, just my general live streams is talk about stuff that's kind of going on like this because it's what's going on. It's what's happening. I'm passionate about it. It's not even saying, hey, you should watch any of this stuff. It's more of just keeping people aware, making people aware, and just pointing out the hypocrisy and the bullshit. So you're right, Monkey Business. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I don't even think it's a matter of fact of having to watch any of these shows or movies. I just like to call out the crap. And this is a major double standard here because you can't criticize these things. If you say anything, you're a racist. You're the Messiah. You hate women. No, I hate shit. And this is crap. But I'm not the only one. 1.3 million dislikes on YouTube is a massive number. Your narrative is destroyed. Disney just had a movie called Pinocchio come out with Tom Hanks, Robert Zemeckis, great director, famous actor. The movie bombed. It went straight to Disney Plus, and it was terrible, and nobody knows about it. Did anybody know there was a Pinocchio movie that came out? I only knew about it because I remember seeing a trailer for it a while back. The movie, critics hated it. The audience score was terrible. People hated it. It's a stupid movie. Did not need to be made. Never mind, the whole messaging behind it is weird. This day and age, about an old man wanting to bring a wooden boy to life. In 2022, it's not a good look for Disney. Just saying. Exactly. What movie is that, Monkey Business? Let me know what movie that is. I remember hearing something about that, but let me know. I don't get. It's hard to get excited for projects anymore. It's hard to get excited for movies. There's some I do like and still watch that are newer. Sure. I just finished Better Call Saul. Fantastic show. I didn't think I was going to like it. It's fantastic. Oh, yeah. I do know about that. I do want to watch that, actually. Yeah, My Son Hunter. I do actually want to watch that. So, yeah, I mean, I watched Better Call Saul. Great. Character development, great. It had female characters that were developed beautifully. Well written. I don't know. I don't see the problem. Again, I'll go back to the Top Gun Maverick thing. Great movie. Thank you, Monkey Business. Exactly. Great movie, Top Gun Maverick. What was not in the movie was a woke message. No, there was no agenda. I don't want any agenda. I don't want anything. I don't want any political stuff. I don't want any agendas in my movies. I don't want from either side. That's just me personally. Now, yes, there are movies that you can watch that will lean one way or specifically another. Fine, that's your prerogative. I just want entertainment like it used to be. I was talking to a coworker today. We're talking about the movie The Untouchables with Kevin Costner and Robert De Niro and Sean Connery. Great movie. What happened to those movies? Good guy, bad guy, conflict, great acting, great writing, no messaging, straight to the point. Good cast, good music. What happened to stuff like that? Now, yes, there are some newer movies that I've been surprised at that are like, oh, okay. Yeah, just entertain me. You can have diverse characters. You can have gay characters. You can have whatever you want. Do not slap me over the face constantly or over the head constantly. This is the message. I don't want to hear it. And that goes for both sides. I want Not that I want. Yeah, Fear and Loathing was very good. Very good movie. I don't want. Um, I don't want messaging in my movies. Unless I want to watch a specific movie from a specific person that has messaging, even that, I just want entertainment. Entertain me. No messages. And the funny thing is with the House of Dragon show, everybody's the actors and the actresses and the showrunners all said this is what the show's about. Yes, there's political messaging, the Roe versus Wade stuff, the male patriarchy. I think it's actually contradicting. I really believe that these people are being told to say this stuff because the show is not portraying it at all that way. I'm just saying. Main character of the show, one of the main characters is a female, and she's bitching about how she has to be a female in the time period. It's kind of like a medieval time period. It's fantasy, but and somebody tells her, "Sorry, this is the breaks. This is life. You're not going to get what you want. Deal with it." Holy shit! But it's about the male patriarchy. No, you get dealt the cards you get dealt, and you deal with it. That's just the way it goes. But this is unbelievable. How you can't have a conversation even about a character being swapped out, race swapped out. And it's not even about that she's a black character. She's got a great voice. She's probably talented. She is talented. I feel bad for her. She's just sorry. You're a puppet for Disney. You're just a tool for them. You're a means to an end. They don't give a shit. They're going to tell you they care, but they're going to also tell you, hey, you're taking our money. You're going to work for us. This is what you're going to say on the press junkets, on the tours, racism this, and I've been this, and I've been getting racist messages and hate mail and hate speech. And it's all going to happen. It's monkey business. Same goes for the She-Hulk show. It's garbage. All these shows are garbage. So I don't know. I really don't know where there's an end game to this. Eventually, Disney's going to have to change course. This is not going to be able. They're not going to last. Warner Brothers did this recently when they got new management. They fired. Another reason why I have hope for the House of Dragons season 2. The showrunner, who was a woke lunatic for the season 1, is fired. He's gone. Warner Brothers got rid of all those executives that had woke messaging. It's not even about the word woke. Just putting their own messaging of what they believed into their TV shows and movies that failed. Now they're gone. I'm not saying this is going to erase everything. But what I'm saying is it shouldn't be about any of this. If you see Ariel, what do you think of when you see Ariel from The Little Mermaid? People who remember The Little Mermaid. You see red hair and light skin. It's not being racist. That's just facts. It's all facts. It's all truth. Yeah, monkey business. Rumble is excellent alternative. So is a one called Odyssey, which is fantastic. I don't have enough subscribers to get to Odyssey yet. If I get to 100 subscribers on YouTube, I can go to Rumble and live stream there forever for free. That's my goal. So what happens is my videos that are downloaded to YouTube here and within 24 hours go to Rumble. So you can watch them on Rumble. Hopefully soon they'll be available right away. I want to get to Odyssey eventually, but you need a certain amount of subscribers to get access there. Eventually we're going to be multi-platform. Right now I am on Twitter live and I am on Facebook live. Just options for people who don't want to go to YouTube. Anyway. Yeah, so that's where we're at with that. It's very frustrating. I don't know. I really have a problem with this just based off of where they're going with it. And don't tell me she looks like Ariel. She looks nothing like Ariel. So I don't know where these people. And we'll get into this real quick. I'm going to reverse course. You're not allowed on Facebook. I hate Facebook, but I'm only doing it to advertise. We're going to talk about this show now. We're going to get off the Little Mermaid thing. You could do your own research on that. I want to talk about this show because this show is fantastic. Cobra Kai. I don't know if anybody here watches Cobra Kai. I think most people here know what Cobra Kai is. So obviously it's a Karate Kid sequel from the first 3 movies. Yeah. Now, when this was announced, I had the same. I had the same feeling that I had for a lot of properties that come back after so many years. Like, why are they making a Cobra Kai show? Season this is on season 5 now, so season 1 was announced on YouTube at the time. It wasn't even on Netflix; it was on YouTube, and I was like, why am I here? Why am I watching? Why do I need to see what Ralph Mod or Daniel LaRusso or Johnny Lawrence? What the hell do I care? Why was I wrong? I said I'll watch it because it's nostalgia. Okay. 30-minute, it's a 30-minute show, usually 30 to 40 minutes. It looked cheap. I said, all right, you know what the hell? Yeah, I agree, Monkey Business. The economy was good. Listen, it's surprised, blew me away. Season 1 blew me away on YouTube. I watched it, I binge watched it. Amazing. I was like, holy shit, I actually cannot believe that I am going to like this show, aren't I? I'm going to actually end up liking this show and watching this show. I like the original Karate Kid movie. I hated the sequel, and I hated the third one. But the original one is a classic, right? Grew up as a kid watching it. Ralph Macchio, Tang Kid, moving to California. It wasn't until I got older and that I realized that Johnny Lawrence really was not as much of a bad guy as I thought. But again, so I watched the episodes. Season 1, great. Season 2, pretty good. I did not love season 3 of Cobra Kai. I thought it dropped off a little bit. And I read recently that the writers knew it, and they said, let's go back to the drawing board. Season 4, phenomenal. Season 5, childhood. What did I say? Yeah. Season 5 of Cobra Kai was outstanding. I think probably my second favorite season after the first one. It's close, though. I mean, you could look at the audience score, look at the critic score. I know it's only 30 critical. I don't go by critic ratings for everything. But when you have that close of a match, the audience loves this show. Let me tell you something about Cobra Kai. I was talking to Whiskey Banger about this before, my co-host. This show is one of the cheesiest soap opera-ish teen drama shows I've ever seen, but it works. I don't know what the hell these people are doing in the writing room. Keep doing it. This show is fantastic. It's got diversity. It's got a female empowerment. But they don't, again, make it a point to knock you over the head with the messaging. The characters are just there. They develop. You see what happens. I'm going to recommend this show to anybody who has, if you like the original Karate Kid movies, or just in general, want to know what happened to these characters afterwards, please watch this show. It's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. It's fantastic. I mean, it made me love Johnny Lawrence, and I hated that guy in the original movie. Not that I hated the guy in the movie. I hated the character he played. And he was in some other movies in the 80s. He would just always play the same kind of asshole-ish. I love the guy now. He's an everyday guy. They brought Terry Silver back last season. He's been fantastic. John Kreese is an asshole, but is amazing. This season has been phenomenal. Except I don't like the daughter very much. Sam, Daniel LaRusso's daughter. She's kind of a pain in the ass. I talked about this yesterday, and people are like, well, why don't you like her? Typical, like, Gen millennial. She's whiny. Everything's always everybody else's fault. She's trying to find herself. Meanwhile, her dad's a millionaire. She drives her like a brand new Mercedes, has $2,000 MacBooks and $2,000 iPhones, and a beautiful house and a pool. And yeah, tell your friend about it, Greg. It's a great show. I'm telling you right now. It might not be for everybody, but it's fantastic. And you cannot stop. We binge watched the whole. It just came out this past weekend. We binge watched the entire season, all 10 episodes, 30 minutes apiece, 30 to 40 minutes. Fantastic. I couldn't stop. I'm upset that I had to end. I don't like the daughter very much. I like everybody else. I think it's just a very good, fun show that everybody should watch. If you have the time, do it. Because I think it's done well. It's written well. And there's going to be a season 6, the way they ended, of course. I just love this show. I like like I said, the personalities. I like the dichotomy, like Monkey Business said. The dichotomy is good. It's actually done well. You actually care about the characters. There's emotional payoffs, character development. Holy shit. What a concept. Lord of the Rings, crap of the Rings of Power. There's no dichotomy in that show. That show just sucks. It's funny when you have good writing, good storytelling, decent acting. It's not the best acting in Cobra Kai, but it doesn't have to be. You actually care. You genuinely care what happens to the good guys. And then the bad guys, you want to see them go down. And you do get justice, but it's done in such a way. I don't know. Like I said, it's cheesy goodness, but it's done so well. And I'm glad it's going to come back. I think they haven't announced it officially yet, but it's definitely going to come back probably. And it should. I mean, this is the crazy thing when you have a show like this. You have the House of Dragons show that's good. And it's just mucked up by She-Hulk. And then look at the critic scores for these shows. She-Hulk, of course, it's in the 80s. But you know what's funny? When you go to the actual audience score, now that's a pretty big disparity. But these 40% of the people who hate it are racist, don't you? The people listening to this and chatting are racist if you don't like it. You're misogynist. You're all misogynist pigs. Here you go. Want to see something else? Lord of the Rings. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Look at that. 84% critic score, 39% audience score. And this is lower than it's supposed to be. There was a whole controversy this past week and weekend. How this score, 39% from the is actually lower. But does everybody know what IMDb is, the movie source website and app? You know who owns IMDb? Amazon. You know what Amazon's been doing? They've been hiding review scores, banning people. If you use the word woke in the review, they're going to ban you from Amazon. Amazon hid the reviews for 72 hours. Because, and then here, it's funny how this works. Amazon stops the reviews for 72 hours. Then all the access media companies, the big bad media magazines and people on TV are saying racism. You're all racist and misogynist. You don't like women. You don't like black people. You don't like black people. You're all racist, Nazis, whatever. Out of nowhere, within the last 2 weeks, is all you hear. This score has not gone up. It actually should be lower. The show sucks. But so you can look at the initial score. There's a reason why they put the initial positive score from the critics on the outside, because most of the time, I mean, you got a few obviously examples, but people love Cobra Kai, people love nostalgia, people love Maverick. Let's do this. I want to do this. I don't know what the hell I just did. There you go. Let's do this. Let's look at these numbers real quick. Oh, what do you know? What do you know? Critics loved it. Audiences really loved it. 50,000 verified ratings from the audience and 99%. Great storytelling. Very simple. There's nothing spectacular about the storytelling. It's just very done well. Nostalgia done well. Bringing back old characters done well. Good old, we're going to beat the bad guys. No messaging, no bullshit. Boom. People loved it. You tell me what the difference is. But if you don't like it, you're racist. Because this now becomes the narrative. That if you don't like a certain thing, you are the racist. You don't like the Little Mermaid, you're the problem. No, you're the problem because you can't write. Your storytelling is shit. You're hiring children who have no experience in the world. This is another problem. Somebody brought up a great point of why movies and TV shows are getting worse. Because you have a narrative being written by these people who have no life experience, never been out in the world, never experienced anything. You have these young people who are coming out of film school or in Silicon Valley, rich, upper middle class kids, white kids especially, who have never seen the world. They have no trials and tribulations in their life. Everything's handed to them. Little pat on the ass when something goes wrong. Nothing severe when they do something wrong. They get away with murder, almost literally probably. And then they go out into the real world and try to pretend they know how to write for the everyday man. That's why She-Hulk sucks. It's written by middle-aged, box wine drinking, middle-aged women who have no lives, can't get a man, are successful in their careers, but they're miserable because they can't get laid. It's basically what it is. And the men are the problem. The patriarchy is the problem. No, look to yourself. Look in the mirror. Look to yourself. Don't look down on women. Don't objectify women's bodies in this universe, in the Marvel universe. But I can twerk my ass off. That's not objectifying. Oh, it's female empowerment. No, female fucking empowerment is being successful, not being a woke idiot, doing better for the world, and getting there on your own without whining like a little baby. And if you have children, to teach them to do the same. Life is hard. Life sucks sometimes. Deal with it. We all have to. Nobody likes to. I didn't want to go to work this morning. I was exhausted. It's Monday. I had a great weekend. Push through it. Here I am talking to you people now, having a great time. I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Well, not on the stream, but I mean, I'll go to work tomorrow. And then again and again. And someday, when I get enough people to subscribe, I may not have to work full time anymore. If people here, what is Greg talking about here? Say hi. Feminists are majorly involved with She-Hulk. And that's the problem. Nobody would have an issue with the show if it was done well. The show is terrible. And then if you criticize it, you're the bad guy. Literally, because you're a guy. And you're criticizing something. You're the ones who come out and say Lord of the Rings actors for this new show. Oh, it's our story now. We're changing the narrative. You're never going to not see have an instance where you're not going to talk about a black elf or an interracial. What are you talking about? You know why the original movies were so freaking great? They didn't have any of that shit. I appreciate you, Greg. Greg's my manager out there. Double G Greg out there. Got my same. He's got my namesake. He's killing it for me. Always on the social media. So we're going to be back on Friday. Whiskey Banger, Filipino Meatball, and I. We're going to have So what I'm going to explain. What I try to do on my streams is just talk about random stuff that's just kind of bothering me. What's popular? Not popular because I want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because it's only popular, but I like talking about the nerd stuff, the movie stuff, the industry, what's going on, daily stuff. Friday, we all pick a subject together and just kind of research it and do it. This Friday, our podcast, Whiskey and Cannoli's podcast, episode 11, is going to be about the college paradox. Basically, is a college degree necessary? Is it worth going into debt for? And why it might be overrated. So we're going to do a little research on that. I think that's a good one. Thanks, Greg. I appreciate you. You're a good man. You got me some subscribers. I appreciate it. I'm also, again, I'm on Facebook. If you want to go to, if you want to go to Twitter just to like the video, go to Twitter. I'm live right now under Cannoli Sass. It's at Cannoli Sass. Like, they wouldn't give me Sasquatch, so it's at Cannoli Sass, S-A-S. You can just like the video. I'm on Facebook as well. I have a Facebook page, Cannoli Sasquatch. Cannoli Sasquatch Productions. Put that in, like the video there, because every like that you give me on any platform gets me more views. The algorithm on YouTube picks me up. So if people are listening and you're watching this on YouTube right now, go to the like button, the little thumbs up button, and smash that button to hell. Push, 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 push. There's a subscribe button on there. Everybody knows that because you all follow me. Subscribe to me. Hit that subscribe button. That way you know when I'm on. And there's a notification bell right near there. You smash that notification bell. That way, every time I come on, you'll be notified. Hey, Filipino Meatball, my boy Tim's in here. I am an algorithm. I used to be as big as an algorithm. Does that make sense? Yeah, go to the Facebook page. Like the video on the Facebook page, because again, the more I get noticed, the more views I get, the more the algorithm picks up on any platform. So every platform I'm on right now, go to Facebook, hit the like button. My stream's right there on the Facebook page. YouTube, smash that thumbs up button on YouTube right now. Hit. You know what you can do? You can open up a Google Chrome, go in incognito mode, and smash that like button. I heard somebody say that on a live stream. I'm not going to say who, though. Just kidding. I want to give a shout out to Abomination AJ, my boy He's a YouTuber. Again, guys drawing me up some cool artwork, avatar work for my channel. Again, once he's done, probably sometime at the end of this week, I'll get my new intro up. In a couple of weeks, I got to talk to Filipino Meatball and Whiskey Banger about this. In a couple of weeks, about 2.5 more weeks, at the end of this month, I will be on a little short, very short vacation. So on a Friday through Monday, I probably will not do a live show on the 30th of September. So we might pre-record a show though, so you can still follow that. Oh, the Ice Nazi. Do we have an update on the Ice Nazi? Do I have to bring you on the show, Filipino Meat? Do I have to send you a link so we can talk about another Ice Nazi story? What is it? Why am I'm a new intro. That's the whole point, Greg. Filipino Meatball is very good at bullshitting his way through a story, which is why I love him, because he'll tell you the truth of a story, but I don't want to say he fabricates anything. He just elevates the story. So if it's like at a normal 2 as far as like excitement or, okay, that was interesting, he ratchets it up to like a 12, which is why I love him. So he's perfect for the show. Here's my boy Whiskey Banger. Whiskey Banger's on here. I have Nazis. It's Thursday. So Thursday. Okay, so that's why it's perfect for the show. Yeah, my Penn State Nittany Lions are 2-0 right now. I'm sorry, Whiskey Banger, about your Nebraska Cornhuskers, but you got a new future to look forward to. And Notre Dame has been a massive upset. Notre Dame is the Dallas Cowboys of the college football world. Always overhyped. No offense, Filipino Meatball, but it's true. I don't know if Whiskey Banger, did you hear my rant about the Little Mermaid? I hope you did, because it was funny. Don't ever let the truth get in the way of a good story. No, I mean, yeah, you tell the truth in the story, but you're good at kind of manipulating certain details, which is fine because it's great content and it's hilarious. You like that, Whiskey? Yeah, Whiskey. It's the truth though. They are the Dallas Cowboys of the college football world. Marshall. We are Marshall. That's all I got to say. We are Marshall. Yeah, I was upset. It was a lot of upsets, and college football is so awesome. I don't like the NFL like I used to, but I always root for the Giants. Giants got a good victory yesterday. They snuck one out. I'm happy. They got a new ownership. No, I'm sorry. New management, new GM, new coaches, new head coach. I think he's great. By the way, this is where I know take sports out of where you have good leadership. The Giants quarterback, Daniel Jones, I think is not a good quarterback. Made a bad decision in the game yesterday. The new head coach goes over to him on the sideline, berates him. And he basically says, you're too good to make mistakes like that. Never make a bad decision like that again. You know what he did in the second half? Played wonderful. Made great smart passes. Got them to win. That's leadership. That's coaching. That's not Disney. That's not what Disney has. Yeah, dude, that's bad. Whiskey Banger. Jesus, that's bad. You know how you can make yourself feel better about having bad college football teams? Go watch She-Hulk. You want to see twerking from a green giant? That'll make you feel great. And by the way, if anybody has problems sleeping, what's it called when you can't sleep at night? There's a medical term for it. Watch Lord of the Rings show. It'll put you to sleep. It'll put you on your ass. That's how boring it is. And then, yeah, I already talked about this briefly, but the House of the Dragon show has been fantastic. Episode 4 was good. Not my favorite episode. It was a little slow, but it was definitely one of those very political episode, setting up the chess pieces for what's going to come. And I think there's going to be a lot of fun stuff coming. House of Dragon was done very well. It's a good show so far. I give it about a 7 out of 10, which is pretty solid considering where the Game of Thrones last season went. Insomnia. Jesus, thank you, everybody. I am all three of you, Whiskey, Monkey Business, Filipino Meatball, Insomnia. Yeah, that was a good movie. Anybody see the movie Insomnia, by the way? Does anybody know about that movie? Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, Robin Williams. Christopher Nolan movie. My favorite director right now. Good movie. Go watch that movie. Excellent. So yeah, I'm glad everybody got to join in the chat, man. Thanks for coming in, guys. I really, really appreciate y'all. Whiskey and Filipino meal for the support. Monkey business for the support. Diana, Greg. I hope Greg didn't fall asleep. I hope Diana's still hanging in there. I know it's late where Greg is, it's late. Mets lost. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, in Alaska. That's right. I love that movie, man. Something about that movie, Insomnia, just storytelling's done well. The acting is great. Robin Williams is overacts like he usually does a little bit, but Al Pacino's great. But the cinematography and the scenery in that movie are fantastic. It's such an underrated movie. Al Pacino, come on. I think Hilary Swank was in it. So one movie I thought she looked cute in. Otherwise, I don't think she's very attractive. But yeah. So let's recap. We have a shitty Lord of the Rings show on Amazon. We have a pretty good House of Dragons show on HBO. I wish more people in the chat actually watched it. Yeah, the Mets, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They lose to the stupidest team, and they'll win the next 2 out of 3. You just gotta hope. I don't know what Atlanta's doing right now, if they're winning or losing, but they're playing San Francisco. Let's go, San Fran. We have a really good House of Dragons show. Marshall football. Yeah, Sunbelt Conference is underrated, huh? Surprising. Alabama almost lost to Texas. That was a surprise. And maybe not really, but they should have won. Texas should have won, but God, man, Alabama pulls this shit out of their ass. They're so annoying. It's nice to see the Patriots kind of faltering for the last, how many years in a row has it been? App State, bro. I'm just happy my team's 2-0, and they're in the rankings. They're 22nd, ranked 22. What a shock that is, huh? Yeah, 2-0. Braves are losing 2-0. Oh, good. God, please. San Francisco needs to hang on, because that would be amazing for us to stay a game and a half up. You know what the funny thing is? I'll be in Texas at the end of this month, and I don't know if that's going to mean the Mets. This is going down to the wire. If I'm there the second to the last series, I think, right before they play the Braves. I'm nervous because I'm not going to be home to celebrate. I'm actually going to be with my uncle and my cousins, and they're Yankee fans. Oh my God. I know, don't hold it against them. They're good people. I love my uncle and my cousins. They're genuinely good people. The one flaw is that they're Yankee fans, but it's okay. They don't rub it in my face. Just like my brother. He's not a bad. They're good people. They don't actually brag. They don't do the typical Yankee boasting. It's fine. They're good people. Yeah, you're right. Great teams find a way to win games. It's the truth. It's amazing how this team keeps winning. Yeah, Notre Dame is very disappointing. But is this really a surprise by now? I mean, let's face it, they're just overhyped all the time because of who they are. Just like the Dallas Cowboys. Anybody else happy that the Cowboys lost last night? That was great. Anyway, just to get back to some of the nerd culture stuff, don't watch The Little Mermaid. Listen, if you want to go see The Little Mermaid, go see it. Go see it. But I'm not going to see it. Not because the leading lady's a black person, because it looks stupid. It's unnecessary. I'm getting messages from people saying that's going to be okay. You talking about the Mets? Mets is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be okay. Listen, I appreciate it, but I don't know. Oh, I hate the Cowboys so much. Listen, as a Mets fan, you have to understand. We're so used to disappointment that when they had a lead in the division and they lost it and they gained, I have more confidence in this team than I have I have more confidence in this current team than I do at other teams in the past. But they lose weird games. I don't understand. But anyway. So, just to recap again. Go watch House of the Dragon. Go watch Cobra Kai. Do not watch Rings of Power. You want to watch The Little Mermaid when it comes out? That's on you. I'm good. Watch the original. I think I'm going to stay home and watch the original with the family. That's how you get him back. I hate the national narrative of Sauce Gardner. Yeah, I mean, I feel really bad. Filipino Meatball's a very, very devout Notre Dame fan. Whiskey Banger's a big Nebraska fan, obviously. I would say this: the expectations for Nebraska were higher than they have been because of the coach that just got fired. But Notre Dame is Notre Dame. Like, they recruit well. They have a lot of talent. Yeah, Sauce Gardner's he's a football player. He's a football player. Coming up on the hour mark here. I might call it quits soon because it's been a long day. I could have got. Here's what I would love to do in the future, though, on our streams, even the podcast. I'd like to have a guest on. I'm going to talk to the guys about that. I'd like to have a guest on, interview other people in different areas for expertise. On my show, I would love to have a guest on. Talk about nerd culture stuff, what's going on in the industry, promote the show, his show, my show, her show, whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry there, Filipino Meatball. Notre Dame stinks. Fighting Irish. How's that touchdown? Jesus, man. You're on the show every Friday. Why would I interview you? What am I going to interview you about? What shoe size do short people wear? How does it feel to use a phone book to sit in your car? Why you have to ask people like me to get stuff on shelves in the supermarket? I'm just kidding. I love you, Filipino Meatball. Meatball is the guest. Technically he kind of is like the special guest every week, but he's becoming more and more indoctrinated into the program, which is fine with me. The Ice Nazi thing is a must. That's going to happen. Every Friday, we're going to get an Ice Nazi. So I want to know, what do you guys think about the topic coming up for Friday? We're going to talk about college degrees. Is it necessary? Why go into that kind of debt? What other alternatives are for the younger generation? I think it's a good topic. What I want to do, too, and Filipino Meatball also brought this up on his... listen, your mom will cook me food because you love me. I want to know... What I want to do is actually do also on the podcast is people in the stream, people in the comments get to choose the category. That was one of Filipino Meatball's suggestions. And I like that idea, actually. They get to choose what we talk about on one of the upcoming shows. Coming up with the week-to-week content sometimes, not that it's frustrating, it's just on my personal shows, there's always so much we can talk about with everything that's going on in the world. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. I like to just kind of keep our other stuff linear on Friday and just pick a subject and go with it. But I appreciate everybody who's listening in. Jamie, it works perfectly for my $15. Oh, you get a food credit. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Stop Asian hate, Tim says. I mean, you're only part Asian. Is it really hate, though, if it's genuine? Yeah, I guess that would be hate. Stupid comment. Ignore that. So yeah, I'm going to talk to also once Abomination AJ gets done with my new Sasquatch avatar, I want to have him on the show, maybe even on my own stream, to talk about some stuff. The guy's a great artist, man. I want to promote some of his stuff. I mean, the guy's much bigger than me on YouTube right now, and Odyssey he's on, so follow him if you want. Give him a like, subscribe to his channel. He's on Twitter too. He's a good dude. He's doing some good work for me, so we'll have some of that soon. Yeah. You want to do music category? We can. Tim. Yeah, I want to hear. So Greg wants to hear more about your family, the country music that they like, and yeah, we could do that. We can do that. You can even do a personal Mets stream towards the end of the season or into the playoffs if they make the playoffs. Jesus, they will, but we could do that too, a separate one from what we have been doing. We can do that. So anyway, listen, it's been a fun show. I'm going to keep this very short tonight just because I have early curtain call tomorrow for this lovely thing called work. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming into the chat today. You guys are awesome. Greg, Diana, Filipino Meatball, I can interview you, Tim. Monkey Business, thanks for showing up. Whoever else was in here listening. I know there was some family members listening. Appreciate y'all. We'll be back Friday, 7:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So we get 10:05 in the East. We're going to have a new episode talking about the college dilemma. Is it necessary? So I got to come up with a thumbnail for that, or the wife has to come up with a thumbnail. I can't do thumbnails. We'll do that. And we'll go from there. Oh, Sporking News Podcast. Hey, buddy, I appreciate you stopping in, man. Great House of the Dragon episode you guys did. Sporking News Podcast. Thanks for stopping by, man. Awesome guy, supports me. He's subscribed. I support him. Subscribe to his channel on Twitter also as well. Guy has great content. He had an awesome show tonight about the House of the Dragon episode number 4. They go into a lot of detail. They had Jane Theory on there, a bunch of other people. Awesome show. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate the like. And that giving me a view. Appreciate that, buddy. So this is why I love YouTube. The community's tight. You get in with people. You genuinely actually want to see them succeed. I don't care who has more subscribers or who. This is awesome. This is what I like to see. Support. So again, thank you. Yeah, Sporking News is an awesome channel. So Sporking News Podcast on YouTube. Follow them. Awesome. Awesome content from them. Please do. Also, Orange Hat Reviews is another person recently that I've been in contact with. Awesome content. All these guys. Thanks, Sporking News. Appreciate it, man. I'll be back on your channel whenever you have your next streams and videos. I'll be liking them, so I appreciate your support. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I mean, these guys all had dreams to start channels and shows, and the people that I talk to, whether they're much bigger than me, which some of them are, I got to say, I'm not too unhappy where I'm at. Of course, I would love to be bigger, but I know things take time. We're in a different format where I'm doing a weekly podcast and a live stream of my own. I don't really have a lot of time to do so many shorts or so many. I've been doing more clips lately from the show, especially over the weekend. I might do some clips from this show during the week. It's hard for me to make daily videos. I mean, these people are putting out 4 or 5 videos a day. It's not going to happen with a full-time job. Eventually, that might be easier at some point in the future. I need better equipment too. No, Tim, nobody moves better than you, buddy. So I appreciate Sporking News Podcast coming in. Again, subscribe to his channel. Again, I'm just going to say this one more time. Go to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, Cannoli Sasquatch. Hit the like button. Smash that shit. Share the video with people you know. Even if you share it on social media and you don't care about, nobody cares. You share it, hit the like button, hit that notification bell in that same area. That way you know when I'm coming on. Every single time I do a short, a regular video, a clip video, or a live stream, you will be notified wherever you are. Doesn't matter. I really appreciate all of you. I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to go to bed soon. Listen, I love you guys. Here, just another reminder. Like, subscribe, and share. And that goes on Facebook, too. Got a Facebook fan page. Listen, Whiskey Banger. Oh, not Whiskey Banger. Yeah. Whiskey and Tim, Filipino Meatball. I know Cassie has a Facebook page, and I know, Tim, you do. And so it is your family. Go to my Cannoli Sasquatch Productions Facebook fan page and hit that love button or like button on there. Share it. We got to get this bad boy up so we can all make some money someday. Listen, once my new avatar is done, soon I'm going to have, wife and I have been talking about doing merchandise. Very simple t-shirts, maybe a mug or 2. That's how you get your name out there. We'll talk about that as the time comes. Once I get the artwork in, we're going to do some stuff. Not going to be crazy. I'm going to charge a lot of money for it. There'll be some giveaways. If we can get to 100 subscribers, there'll be a giveaway. We'll discuss what that giveaway will be. That's basically it. Listen, I love you guys, man. You guys are awesome. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to go to bed soon. I'm going to take my magnesium and pass out. Wife does a great job. Everybody does a great job showing up here. I will be back Friday. Again, I know that sometimes the content on Fridays might not be up to what everybody wants to hear. I like our Friday podcast. I think we have a great dynamic with these three guys. I think we have something really special going. I think there's a future here, and that's why I'm doing this. I love you all. I'll talk to you Friday at 7:05. Canoli Sasquatch says good night.